The U.S. Navy just made a stunning admission. Naval officials yesterday confirmed that 3 separate UFO videos released by the New York Times in 2017 and previewed on the show are actually genuine. They do, in fact, show aerial phenomenon the Navy cannot explain, and that, in fact, our understanding of physics cannot explain. The Navy also recently sent a letter to Congressman Mark Walker saying that it takes UFO sightings very seriously and is working to investigate them. Nick Pope is a British journalist. He once investigated UFOs for the UK Ministry of Defence. He joins us tonight to explain the significance of this. So, Nick, this does seem like a change in the way the Pentagon describes this phenomenon, is it?
Yes, it is. Up until this point, the Navy has said very little. And in fact, they've left the door open sometimes and almost implied, look, we might be dealing with commercial drones or even balloons. But now what they've done is turned around and said, number one, this is real. And number two, this is unidentified aerial phenomena. That's the phrase that they've used. Previously, they've said advanced unknown aircraft. Now they're saying unidentified aerial phenomena. And that is, it's a term borrowed from the British government. We used it in the Ministry of Defence, and we meant UFOs.
So the U.S. government is admitting that they have no idea what these things are, that they're probably not some Russian superplane, and nobody's paying attention to this. I mean, this seems like a watershed moment. I mean, we have all this tape of objects defying the known laws of physics right next to U.S. military installations. The military admits it. Why is this not page one news everywhere?
Well, it should be, absolutely. These aircraft carriers that many of these UFOs have been interacting with, obviously these are billion-dollar assets. And if the official position of the most powerful Navy in the world is, frankly, little more than, we don't know what this is, I don't think that's good enough. And I think clearly people like Mark Walker don't think so either. And I would urge him to get the classified briefing that other senators have said they've received, and maybe within the bounds of not wanting to divulge classified information, but maybe some of these senators could then step forward and at least give us a clue of what we're dealing with here.
So it turns out it wasn't a weather balloon. I mean, they've been telling us that for 50 years. Oh, it's a weather balloon. It's not a weather balloon, is it?
No, absolutely not. Somebody in the Pentagon must have. They say we don't want to hypothesize about this. That's fine. But there must be, in the Pentagon, a best assessment. And there must be a view of what they're ruling out. We should be told.
There's obviously some reason they're not telling us. In 15 seconds, hypothesize as to what that reason might be.
Well, some secret too terrible to be told. But I think we should be told, or at least we should be hinted at.
Yeah, or maybe not. I don't know. They've been lying about it for 50 years. Maybe there's a reason they have been. I don't know, Nick. This is starting to worry me. I'm grateful, though, that you have come on so frequently to put it in context for us. Good to see you tonight. Thank you.
Well, our newsroom has been flooded with calls tonight from people
all across the state of mysterious flying objects in the sky,
and what many are already calling the largest UFO sighting in North America.
The towers, the buildings, and nobody was doing anything about it.
I don't care what nobody's talking about, man. Those were aliens and shit, like E.T., but aliens,
After
man.
hundreds of panicked 911 calls and reports to local authorities, airport officials were prompted to temporarily suspend flights as the strange lights crossed over Sky Harbor airspace. Air traffic controllers had been notified by Luke Air Force Base authorities, and numerous reports from nearby residents confirmed the base had scrambled F-15s shortly after the sightings.
We were tracking them for about 90 minutes coming in. The 104th reported multiple bogies descending into Nevada airspace.
911 emergency?
They're in the sky. They're all over.
Excuse me, sir, what is your emergency?
Look out the window. It's a whole fucking plane.
Sir, I need you to calm down and tell me what's happening.
It's a fucking invasion.
I got that one on video.
When they made an abrupt, we couldn't respond in time.
Major sighting.
UFO news. There have been unexplained sightings of flying objects in the sky for decades. The Pentagon recently formed a new office to study UFO reports, and now it's NASA's turn. The space agency launching a new team to investigate who or what may be behind the unexplained sightings. Here's NBC's Gotti Schwartz.
The effort to uncover the mystery behind those UFO sightings is about to get some help from some serious space pros. NASA announcing it'll form a new and independent team to investigate unidentified aerial phenomenon, or UAPs, but instead of focusing on classified encounters with military jets, the agency plans to examine data they've already possibly captured and may even include recordings taken by civilians. Just last month, this video shot on an iPhone during an air show in Miami appears to show something shooting up out of the water with people swimming nearby.
And I saw it and I was like, what in the... Like, no way.
NASA's review could even include videos like this possible sighting captured in Utah by a film crew in 2016.
I don't think it's a bird. I don't think it's a bug. I think it's exactly what a UFO stands for, unidentified flying object.
Once the investigative team officially launches in the fall, they're hoping to cross-reference things like video with other data, like satellite images or low-orbit observations made by the space agency.
This is what we do at NASA. This is not our first rodeo. We discover and explore many, many things in ways that, frankly, at the beginning look almost like a miracle, and then as we go forward, looks like something new we never would have guessed.
It all comes just weeks after Congress held its first public UFO hearing in half a century, following hundreds of unexplainable sightings by the military in restricted airspace. And while most of those are expected to remain classified, including at least 11 near misses with military jets, more everyday Americans, baffled by what they've seen, are now hoping NASA could soon provide more public answers.
Do you have enough data to say what these could be?
At this moment in time, we do not have enough data to really conclude.
Does that mean that it's not extraterrestrial life?
I'm a scientist, and if somebody asks me, is this extraterrestrial life? Frankly, at this moment in time, the simple answer is the right one, which is I don't know.
For the news, I'm Gotti Schwartz.